What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to Quick Bites with Tammy. Tonight I'm going to show you how to make something quick and easy, but most importantly, super delicious. We're going to be making marry me shrimp. We're going to start off by adding a good amount of salt to boiling water. And of course, we are going to add some pasta. We're going to give it a quick stir, make sure everything is good. We don't want anything sticking together. And we're going to cook our pasta for about 20 minutes according to the instructions on the box. To get the party started, first thing we're going to do is season up our shrimp. We're going to start off with adding a small drizzle of oil. Adding the oil is going to help with the marination process once we start to add our seasonings. We're going to start off with a small pinch of salt and pepper. Okay, not too much because we're going to be adding other seasonings. Let's add some garlic powder. Add some paprika for color. We could add all of the paprika. That has no flavor. We're going to add some garlic and herb seasoning for a nice little garlicky flavor. It's going to be the perfect complement to our marry me shrimp recipe. And we're also going to add some of my all-purpose seasoning. Not going to add too much, but enough to get those flavors going. We're going to combine all of this smell good seasoning with our shrimp. For this particular recipe, we don't have to marinate it or place it into the refrigerator because shrimp picks up on seasoning any seafood, as a matter of fact. When it comes to seasoning seafood, it picks up on the flavors really quickly. I'm going to start off with a drizzle of oil. Make sure the pan is coated perfectly with the oil. And we are going to place our shrimp into the pan one by one. Make sure the shrimp has enough space. With our shrimp, we're going to place it into a clean bowl. And I'm loving what I'm seeing so far as this pan. All of those beautiful bits at the bottom. Everything right here. Nothing but flavor. We're going to start off with adding a good amount of butter. We're going to add some minced garlic. Add any type of garlic. Garlic paste, chopped garlic, garlic in the jar, garlic in the jar. Or as some people like to call it, lazy man garlic. That's that garlic in the jar, of course. Pre-cut and ready to go. All right, we are going to add some of our chili flakes, red chili flakes that is. Give us a little bit of heat. Let's add some Italian seasoning. All right. We're going to add some heavy cream. If you want to add half and half, you definitely can. Just know that the sauce may not be thick enough. So you may have to either add more cheese, all right? Or you can definitely add some flour and water as a thickener. We're going to go ahead and add our beautiful Parmesan cheese. Woo! Gorgeous. If you love Parmesan cheese, definitely hit that like button. In fact, if you love any type of cheese, just hit that like button. Give it a good mix to make sure everything is perfectly combined. All right, we want a nice, smooth, textured sauce. Let's go in with a little bit of shrimp bouillon. If you don't have this, no worries. Just a small pinch. And because it's concentrated, it's going to go a far way. Be mindful, be sure to turn that pasta off. Make sure everything is perfectly combined. All right, let's add our sun-dried tomatoes. And no, don't add regular tomatoes, okay? Do not add regular tomatoes to this recipe. The sun-dried tomatoes is definitely going to bring out a much better and a much bigger element of flavor. All right, I have the jarred sun-dried tomatoes, and I also, give me 1 second. I also have the sun-dried tomatoes in the pack as well. I am not playing, okay? There's something about the sun-dried tomatoes. If you've never tried it, you are definitely missing out, all right? Unless you're allergic, that's a different story. But the sun-dried tomatoes definitely creates a whole lot of depth and flavor when it comes to making any cream sauce. Even if you're making Parmesan cream sauce, it doesn't matter. It's just something about the sun-dried tomatoes that brings out a really good element of flavor. And as you can see, I'm getting so carried away. It seems like I'm adding the whole bottle, which I know I am going to do that. I just know myself. I'm going to add the whole bottle. and pretend the reason why is because I was talking and I wasn't paying attention. We're gonna give it a good stir to even take this dish up a couple notches, all right? Because remember, we have to get the little ones and our picky eaters to enjoy veggies, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and add some freshly washed baby spinach. Adding the baby spinach is gonna be the perfect complement. We have to keep the picky eaters in mind, all right? And the little ones who don't care for veggies, or even the adults who don't care to have veggies in their diet. Now is the time to be like, listen, you're gonna eat your veggies tonight. No ifs, ands, but, or maybes. Stir it on up really good. Make sure everything's perfectly incorporated. And in a matter of about a couple of seconds, the spinach is gonna break down. All right, we have a slow simmer going on, which is what we definitely need. All right, and we are going to take this time to add our pasta. Give it a good stir. Make sure everything is incorporated. If you need to lower your flame at this time, you definitely can. And guess what, my loves? It's time for us to add our shrimp as well. Woo! Stir it on in. At this point in time, if the shrimp is not cooked all the way through, no worries, because the shrimp is gonna, you know, once you start to incorporate it in the pasta and everything, the sauce is hot, the shrimp is gonna get cooked. I'm gonna turn the stove top off. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of dried parsley. And we are finished. If you want to add fresh parsley, you definitely can. However, I'm a little bit lazy. Don't tell anybody. So I'm not going to chop up any parsley tonight. Guess how long this meal took to put together? 25 minutes. Under 30. All right, drum roll. Time for the fun part, all right? Let's see how this came out. Got the sun-dried tomatoes. I got the penne pasta. I'm thinking about grabbing the shrimp. I'm gonna come back for that later. Goodness gracious, I'm sorry. I don't have to say anything. From the expression on my face, I know you already know that this meal right here came out top tier. Wow. So when I tell you so many flavors, so many layers of flavors. Sun-dried tomatoes, if you haven't tried it, you definitely gotta incorporate the sun-dried tomatoes with your creamy pasta dishes. It's gonna be so worth it. The shrimp has its own flavors. Oh my goodness, everything is just perfect. Shrimp is not overcooked, of course. That's always a big factor when making seafood. However, everything is the perfect complement. The spinach, perfectly cooked, soft and tender. Can't even taste it in there. You know what I'm saying? But that's a perfect way to get your B12, right? And yeah, that's about it, my loves. The cream sauce, we have a lot of cream and decadency going on. Like I said before, layers and layers of flavors. Definitely give this marry me shrimp recipe a try. Incorporate it with pasta, incorporate it with, let's say, some crostinis as well, little toasted bread, and you can definitely enjoy it by itself as well, because this dish right here is definitely a win and it's going to be worth it. Thank you so much for tuning in to Quick Bites with Tammy, and I will definitely catch you with another recipe.